With the man, Jolaka, from 9:45 downside to 2 p.m. I'm going to need a better brain. Kessben matches to KPD. And twice we our best brain publications and member on Kaya BBP. Almost a man can't show for no books in Abeja. I don't think any time I copy books in Ibi. Na books in the wow, bon quadano, Bomunsia dear. Na Omomayan penny party and a BBP. Make your best friend publications. Omo books in a one on from my primary phone office to GHS. A crash primary KG phone, SHS phone, Amudi in a movie. And into the Munyan and Taman on the best friend publication phone couldn't come on. Come on, Babuamo Pa. Say primary products. Need to say mathematics for basic 1 and 6. Science for basic 1 and 6, English language, and Edia Kenya, Ubenya be your best friend publications. Thousand of primary for the mathematics workbook, and also a hall, and after science workbook or hall. KG 40 or numeracy for KG 1 and 2, again numeracy for KG 1 and 2, and literacy for KG 1 and 2. Then you know one sub akabi. Sasana make a choice at JHS for the hall. See me running. JHS for the mathematics 7, 8, and 9 combined. Integrated science 7, 8, and 9 combined. And after some more question and answers, my JHS and after SHS for you now. I don't so that come with phone application. 8 integrated science and ICT. One Sabeka here with phone application. Your question and answers. Who now baby? Actually, best brain publication. I call them the BBP. Omohana one Sabeka. Our number is 0507 200 200 057 no 050 7200 200 and I'm 0241 520 946 0241 520 946. One Sabeka your best brain publications now don't wait come on. Our head office no way Pankrono best brain a bed road. I heard them one Sabeka branches no. Maybe we are crying out Tamale Takra this Sunyai ho Kofodia Seshi also. Ohonyina one Sabeka a BBP best brain publications. Now no more this I was on your books in the Fakoman Quadano no Munsia dear. Hypocritical industry players hoping to ridicule you. Sasana make a chance assassin Papa dear. Winya baby biao. Auto assassin yema 100 pieces of blocks. Auto assassin yema discount of plot via auto so. Auto assassin a face crown near San Juan near the Bema war. Umpe na peria sikebie crowd bia message jack what the nante anope na yenko ehefa amasaman obeye forest wo da wudu ho no ma wo so hwehwe na Mile Estate and Construction Limited o si sikebie crowd me no kasa no na anope bia wo the fabra de betwa asase ni bia ma na Mile Estate and Construction Limited o ma sase promotion o mu gusu an kasa enti en entam na no mu kodi nkomo they say wo to asase ni 100 pieces of block. The church Medina City. Nina won Sabeka on the Mile Estate and Construction Limited. A Honamana won Sabeka no. And Wintino, Amon Sas in a big massa, my dodo workers, what teacher Mante. I get danger to Kufanchino. And I said, Dandy, and now quite to say, Trotro driver no. And in the mate, and the Amasa, my dodo workers, Wakaswa. A co teacher Mante, danger to Kufanchino. A Honina, now Mile Estate and Construction Limited. I want Sasi Guhono. I say Branabe Toby Wate. You crowd will be away Fabra and the toss assassin. And found one is a cave cross. They say the Fabra twice here. They young could trust assassin. Not to assassin. Now assassin a Japadi who here. As I say, we never be. Assassin over torch. I said, Dahoyan Tom say, as I say, I have flooded be any home. Over to assassin or bushing for. I could see a year a dank a crown house to do their 2 word here. Nina, a Mile Estate and Construction Limited. Our number is 0205 051525 0205 051525 and after say 05986 653 9999 0598 653 9999 now on in Namal Estate and Construction Limited Indian Commander Boye pa Juma Osimen Kancha say eba Japadian krata keke Japadian krata keke ye de be ye adwuma ma wo na wo so nya kakra podwe de ni nyina ese fata se wo ko hefa wo ko ye Eclipse collateral management now dey yes Japadian krata no ko down mo fa nya adwuma na so nya profit o mpe we na peria Eclipse collateral management so men can show say your property holds the power to transform your future and I face you are the game changers when it comes to turning property documents into profit. Agent Eclipse collateral management to force so what's a man can just say about land document perfection pass so there amudima kutini yepa and I face you me pesi dia ye collateral hon komodiero safata say ko Eclipse collateral management for near no mukodi sound come away no be boy pa Eclipse collateral management as a man can just so what him for what dental barrier be Moses hospital no and as a West African SHS one who ankasa a horom no mo numbers no 0543 832466 0543 832466 now on the Eclipse collateral management for ND and Komo number boy pa or see at Eclipse collateral management for property owners we say think safety and decent income and then for businesses we say think funding before projects. Entire papa there se fata se wo ko hefa wo ko ye chepam ho na watwi mu amuko ye nyina mu nsaka mo de some catch am some ko wedding bi na wedding na ye so special anu ntino me testi ye chepam me so ne hwe ye se eye so be permanent term with speed no dia man na wakoro ha chepam ya de ni nyina Allah wallahi chepam ni chepam epamataria no ade ma me 3 o'clock na me nsaka 4 o'clock na me jina wedding na say ohana mu say yes chepam na djuma no ekoyi so ani arenti ya ntama na oni chepam endi nkomo memi ko wedding last week ya wo so ko hefa na watare na ensem fata na wabojo otu satan na so no wutiri mu nyina wusu satare na nsheda nkoyi ma me nkanfo ye chepam ma na chepam de wonene nantia woni mu ngwa asida so wo ko wedding so wo ye engagement ana aso se wankasa wo ko party bi ana se wankasa wedding wa adoring ningina akodan ye chepam no be pimpam ntare ningina ma o wa wo shi market honom no wo shop no wo eye boyi ono 24 hour economy no ye bi ankasa arenti no woni chepam enkodi nsa wo so no be bo apa the numbers in here 020 683-7738 020-683-7738 now only Chepam ending come on Chepam also your custom tailoring and within 49 minutes past the hour of 7 a.m. Media Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah Matranse to 9:45. There the media friend Kessben marching abawie then 9:45 exactly na a midfield action at twice so 9:45 to 2 p.m. and not yet a bro midfield action on 92.9 FM so and into the baby Bia Sports with Joe Lakaya the ebe bro saso and our team can a 92.9 FM I may catch us and I say so do a video no ato hono ye was circle ye ne a teleso office in was circle traffic light nursing home man ye adjacent ye was 4th floor Aseda Twin Towers hono and na ye wo and into Danny day na betimi aba na ye ne wo edinsa wo so na afie no adwuma bi abeso to bia no obetimi dia bre beg ye bi ni nyina ama kama saso and I will show me we ye Kessben TV so mwachi emo akwaba and this is to say a very good morning to ye Mr. and Mrs. Abedu we ye the Ashanti region Simon ewo eye Kumase ono so medanasi ye pa Simon be bia eye boko de me sure say weekend no so no eko ye era face no eye Emma Bedu ono so michani ye pa ewo the Ashanti region Kumase to be specific michia munyina and then on DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121 on Facebook eye Kessben 92.9 FM Accra Kessben 92.9 FM Accra wonsa ebe kan wo honom your text messages and after so WhatsApp message na bajo fani na bra meken kan ni na so ma radio here e we 92.9 FM so and after so Kessben TV so yenko na me ne eye doctor enkodi enkomo yakwaba de ode wo maye na wotwi ni na no yemfa entudwa doctor from C4C liver specialist hospital Dr. Esiama yankasa ye doctor on Kessben Maakye our line so ene ne ba be din komo na afia he de ne na watchi do de be chase ne eye Monday morning dog bibi aboko de
senior mini abako fe oba dadaroma bibi aboko
ye de radiase radia do me radia Saturday na me call wedding
oh nice
me call wedding na me classmate from you know worry you know no class wa ba mo worry enti me call
oh congratulations to them
me call because inti mi hunyema bebre mi hunyema ya no fanta pa do
oh yeah
na Saturday no kwa fanta de nu mi bo ba doko ya mo
so de bia na de ba kwa
fam ha yo ba kwa fam but e bi no be 2 3 4 eye
ebi musu kura de wa ho nyampo mbe dware ho mu
that was ye chade na so de ne san ne ebisa so san pefofro ontumi nka se da bi no asan gibia so ho enti no se ye de mouse na ana kwa bibi ho enti na bisa se ye nom no throughout sana say this of the gabisi weni wo ho na asa na ye se bisa so me pacho o so for bakobra ebo be 637 na bia wonkon wanom be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 bottles. Intina misa say na because you two din komo de wanom
acha nyakra o sugar level de be kosro
sa
nyakra yeah the oni order for besha it manage Jones okra kosro Johnson tentem
but you timi nka se memfamba eno se na ya asem no
na media ya de ba ni na obeji
Dabio yentimi say ehun so ana say eye dia
okay na say nkola wo ha na odofo bi zu wo ha wache bia mom na wonko a say fanta onum for 6 bottles a day
yes mo so ojine ni enyu sisisu nti no nte again fort no yaba na watchi dia na dey be chance ene Monday morning na feel no ya twice within the week na you find share so wadama
yo ra me da sinano peso senya da no ya 5 die kase so chia obibia eda obibia so se brano bia so nyamre response no so very good ya da wina ase na many last week we the assignment be mama say yenmo ye fa antibiotics ana ye fa ye nsa ka ho no
bedase say waka branten asem no good
see na ene be biesu kakra na wotwe momu de ye be bomodin ahwe ni anuma e wo diaspora no how almost lifestyle no affect on system no nti obehwa odofo bi etukwan okwa be 2 3 5 years obeba back no de yare bi aba ada say ne chika say no na asay ana say order pressure draw so or the ndro bebre so time or the kwejuma time or the da ni na no na watwi ebehwe no so na yadom wesu ko ne ehu de ebetimi ya aboa ye ho na amayare no so aba from na you starting with alcohol and then medication now the eternal say the nipediano ye obibia ya dibikon pay friend metabolism how are you break it down in the how are you break it down in raw how are you break it down in sa na your liver no you responsible for that na liver no be yes so they are enzymes ahodo bi into your enzymes bit say ADH ADL ALDH enzymes your ADH enzymes so ho your GGT enzymes are who are in the body no say and somebody pedianimo na o mekenya o mo ho na omahe so metumi breaking sana down into the edi kan ADH ni breaking sana na according into what we call acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is very harmful. It's not body anymore. It increases chances of cancer. And it's not the cancer and some bebre so to me increase the chances of cancer, liver cancer titru. And breaking it down, we are not liver nabium asan share. So acetylcholine say no, me breaking it down there and so that's so potent. No one that's yedi. Now enzymes so fast one, but we breaking it down into acetate. Acetate no is less harmful. Then the liver again breaks it down further into a carbon dioxide and water. Send your body in a bit near squitty and I say a year free in pedianum. Sana Yankopon, I live and say, fine, if Phoebe a babani pedium, titru, say a yan san. A draws so I am no titru antibiotics I can once me. A conipedianuma, there was drug metabolism. Drug metabolism is a liver and a age man. Into also the enzymes, cyclochrome P450 enzymes, special ones be a on the breakisa a drone so down. The patch so no mumsa. Now no me drew an antibiotics kahwa. We live an idea or yan say, when son is very harmful. It in a concentration in a concern so. Now or the breaking sun down. Now or breaking sun down, maybe now also we a hardened drinker, or no money be brave. It's all no mono, now live an air concentrating on insana, or jai a drone. Into antibiotics are. We live no young way, no more breaking sunny via. Now, if we were better to boise, no about antibiotics or so myself. Antibiotics also a side effect be brave. A business said, it nima we form a it ima or bush so it ima or feeling nausea, turning our baby. It ima or cry, feeling dizzy, feeling so why am I was a water. And some was side effect nabi. And some age on our central nervous system. Oh, inti ebe ma o darenium ebe ma o body no afele so weak, so disjointed in a sense that ahwode ni nyina be kofom eduro no so a e wo say nke Kenya na fight bacteria na free body ni no eduro na kwa akope baby atekora or starting ejuma the pacho eduro no so che body ni mu a enzymes ahodwa o liver na ye nyina no they start piling up omo the doors so pe insane free body man no must start kwakoye antibiotics ni ejuma mesel omo ye ne say the effect of antibiotics no ejuma is answer they metabolize it fast into dosage na the man say kan no 7 days no I say you have to go back and get extra dosage biome into combining alcohol with any form of medication other say antibiotics so empo normal paracetamol a ye nyina ye victims a yetimi ka se yetie ya akwa koto biare no the patcho oliver no breaking it down to a waste be a friend napkin no so ya harmful a also oliver clear from the body no so say oh no mo nsane bioma and sanu ntimi ma oliver no yes ejuma no and sanu ntimi ma edro na nkasa so kra no na ho ode no emmasro nti ba hu say aye cost 90 the drone na won no enye ejuma na ne side effect na we drone mu so abelde apo woni pedia no mu e ba sa ade a wo ye bia no emfaso embaso nti combining alcohol with a dro bia ye no say antibiotics so say diabetes ndo hypertension ndo say mpoye painkiller bit say paracetamol kra no e wo harmful effect ade ba ne pedia no e bi ni say utiminya liver failure the pacho your liver na ye di hu komo sa brano no enye organa yetu na jeje mu kra o ade bia e ko woni pedia no bia befem nti say wa ma weni anko obrebo no ho na ye o say wo sori anopa ho oden utimi ebmadade so utimi ku amerika utimi sori anopa ye press up ye bibia ma energy level was so enti wo ho oden dia pacho you might be deceiving yourself it's say liver no onu ye ejuma no onu ayare a o say no ho yare na o yeah bredu baby na so ntimi yepe na ma signs and symptoms e bi ne say e fin aye ka ho asema ye ndro hu fin a wo so detoxify everybody nim ntimi ye na build up woni pedia nim na akwa akofa inflammatory response so aba kai say inflammation so kire say e fin abetena woni pedia nim achema body ne try to react e bo won kai say e fin aba eno nti na sometimes ye normal routine checkup ubongu se yehwe umoja kakra yehwe pressure kakra ni nyama yabo se anko hu se liver no e fatty liver no hepatitis aka liver no and now liver no mpo na ho de no eba from in terms of the efficacy no the pacho but modern na kai say and sa harmful effect at the brain pediano in moderation in cancer you may say ya can in moderation sa manipa abuse no say in moderation there then you may find one thought a moderate then so kai say so far one thought and the next day offer one thought and now rebium that means you have to go forward now ko wenim now liver no so je now liver no so kai say enza be ba oni pediano munti obi the enzymes bebre atwen sa no until liver no focus on say me try code ya menim say abo acha 5 o'clock there or the beba it me hear me enzymes na twen no it do 5 na odi gu mu ana enzymes na start ye hojima ni nyina no essay brebo no ni nyina no essay intin no essay adwen no essay akoma no say kidney no say empo your spleen ni organs akese e ka ho
Ejana boys mo fans me between num half crate between num full crate nyina no na say omo bibia no mo say no
yes
wow
because Oliver no I expect it so say oh yes sitting no obi afa 111 what the also capacity was so to wait me afa half crate no over now ko wenim now ko wenim ni ama fans now Oliver no so or ma fans wo mu fans no ma wo mu ni say you are killing me. You are killing me. You are killing me. To myself, nobody anakai.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Where the boys a futu no. Mon fama my drain and to homo no more. At this quarter 2 be there. A yara na wasore fi hona ko fie ye. Men ko ni bebresa emwa. Enedie sa. But na wo kan into ochina. Wo kan drinks ni alcohol na. Madwa kwesi senior na ochena wo kan say ye be call yenuano momo ama no ne no ye be di omoso mom common because omoso no sebi on time pio no nko bia ni ntino and odu ya na sebi and say ya no de begigi na ni wo fia and you know I mean this pressure on them wo ama no ne no ano odini ye pa obi so say wo and ntino ba no mo a memma wo experience bi UK ochena anunum ya efa ho a wo ya ne ne mekosi ya but what kind of maja kwesi oh what day dog esi fa ebedi hunko ebedi hunka testimony fa ebedi sadie no hunko yeah that's it na no pay obi airport hospital akwa checking the kidney obeso checking na ne onankasa ni mpomu ne hu nshada emfa no and then the first amote wonka and afesu no obeso koswa 80 omra hefa na den e no beye
yura pacho odofo a wotie me bia no onyere akwan you are in the right station nti mention off na the can say C4C there yabama obia sell e fa na pomode ho nsam there e wo me say edini ye liver specialist hospital there na so me pacho enye liver nko an ye hwe yare bia ye didie ni say liver no ho odin a yama wedru a obe breaking ye ama edru na ho odin akosoro say o hwe weduane di a liver na ho odin kosoro so liver na ho odin so kosoro o hypertension a eboa no ema nitric oxide no ema pressure na ba form eboa o sugar level so eboa o kidney mo yife ni ye eboa adwen no ma moja krogen komu ye ma circulation ye improve enti say o malaria or typhoid or condition be a chronic case acute case afi na start a system ni mu ache o da ho no medro me pa cho ma we ni nya o yakra C4C brand o Cape Coast Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden that is in the central region aguna odo be so branch ke siepa ewo ho Kumasi so in Ashanti region yo ejuso kwamo jache junction sell enye yera kwan kra akra de yo Denta SDA junction a partial treatment plan a holistic enye say yitie wasam nyina kekena ya maundro there be ye de ene say yitie nsam nyina wi a wasi ye scan so wasi ye fa omoja so ne ye lab bia wasi ye bia ne ye will be wasi for see ye ni nyina wi a na afa ya to ye bo ase akyerɛkyerɛ wo mu de ekoso de enti a ebaaye ne mpo de ebe ya ebetimi firi oni pedia ne mu ntam na ya ma natural homeopathic remedy e be kenya o body no ma body no so enya ahoɔden mo no organs no etimi a fight condition no enti a drone enko ja chemical composition bia wo ni pedi anum nko for how from samba into the right medication, the right treatment plan in any of the Maria, they are so exercise kura wasa ubeye. This time around to see any kotoje in tinye moyariano el cosro. The one rosos were higher. This last sao maoni pediano enyana huade into anamon na bay our branching in an pacho Liverton so you do and was where the abajas were Kenya or Brabon who come cry dima who say. Oye juma kesi apa oni pediano itu nsaka Liverton abe Kenya Brabon ma utime di na juma ye ma pomodin ACP esita number ni scroll screen is bomodi ana frɛ then so odofo a wotika amudi fa number 050 00403331 wadaroma 050 00403331 and now 050 00403328 your international number no so very active 24/7 plus 316 879 85584 kai so brabo ya won kwantu be shenede with Liverton na kai say ya jiendo ni di ya treatment plans lady tina abribi ya kasa once treated forever treated senior anope me da se debre no abode no mre obade enkan ho bra
onkan ho so pa ye da se ye ne eye Dr. Siama from C4C Liver Specialist Hospital and ye no AD and common and now no pay e wo eye Kessben Maakye. So time check 6 minutes past hour of 8 today is the 17th in the month of August 2026. Ye guswa AD and common and come ebedie no edosu ye pa and come ebedie no has to do with too many things that as I say ye di ho enkomo e be kan bibia bi na wo so wate and no afesu wo hu de ekọ ene de ebe nyina also for Archbishop Duncan Williams asen edi nkomo biom this time around praying ma a gold board adenti na obompa ama gold board isan say niema e course within the gold industry na nkasa no ano di ni ye pa it's becoming unbecoming sana niema bi e course na ama gold board for ababe block sa niema no niema na e course gold board for ababe block no ehun komo yebedi ewo fie hanom and then we'll move straight into issues of 24-hour economy and as a 24-hour market ne other matters yebedi hu enkomo yie pa me pese wo chirembe say 24-hour market no otiase sen testament and as what's up me your understanding when it comes to 24-hour market na yesisie no chirembe de wo wo say yesie no ede empa ene be 24-hour economy market no ayesi no kire me wadwen kire ewo ho ene de yebede ni nyina ho enkomo but answer na amenkwa ahoma no so mra sisi na afi menkodi sankomo so over the weekend and the new patriotic party to oye omo elections regional elections no omo eto ye no omo to wie no it was peaceful no omo to wie ma ya fa empanyimfo omo bedi animo ama the MPP ewo regional base ni nyina say ato constituency dey Richard Meboa ama ababe to regional CCA aka ayawaso central for the constituency and I think the western region too when it comes to is it western region one of them and again to when it comes to region and I say BBSM issues bakum you no be ewo hono ma say omo clear but yankwa homa no so na yendi sankomo we mene me papa one of the elders the new patriotic party ra kwabna mafo mene no ending komo emfa ho na what is truly on the new patriotic party when it comes to regional elections no my year no as against 2028 and beyond what they truly will want to do about it offer kwabna ma for me that say Danny Deng Nefrewa, which is on Kessben TV, so now for Kessben 92.9 FM. So clearly, you are two abano every regional, no, and in front of me, I see Western region, Savannah, Laji Drisu Suleiman, Bono, Kwame Bafo, Abronye, Greater Accra, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, Ashanti region, or Deno Kwapia, Eastern region, Jeff Konedu, winning, Chairman Kojo, Western region, sorry, pending, still a result, no, and by, I have a region, Robert Safo Mensah, a winning, Northern region, Mohammed Batima, Adam Samba, and the winner northeast region, sorry, Alhaji Mahmoud Fuseni, and after upper east region, Elvis Figo, and the winner upper west region, Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahman, and the winner Oko Volta, so Makafu Kofi Wunya, and the winner Oti region, Dr. Frankie Renchi, and after Bono east region, Ibrahim Bukari Baba. And a winning 16 regions in the amount except Western North region and Mbaye. Clearly, who follow elections in ina. What assessment pa and saying when it comes to Sebin paying for a year from Ashanti region, Eastern region, Bono, and all that. What am I?
You mirror. Kojo na home to say the member what chief for no afefu nyina achi.
Obia jo so mimpo so ye pa radiadom.
Ina me te on ka che. Na home say ohun ye de.
Radiadom me ho ye pa.
Edu egu aya na mpese mba osumbo nse ye na majai kakra.
We ti say mesesa.
Sa ne ye.
Mesesa.
My main kind of cross many aji.
Okay.
About the regional elections city Esikoyano, especially Santa region. Or then who you be have really worked with him very well. Worked with him closely. Na me pekwanya o faso or the year in the campaign. Mami can send back on MPP for no muntie. Nye dede gay and dear politics. Yeah, they are doing any nyansa and dear politics. Who say Brand na Rollins be film na President Kufobano. Where the paying for be actually much normal be. I'm saying for modern candidate Kufo, then for Congo. Now, no man, no more structure, no. Sabi, Miss Akanam and Chinomasi, I nearly took them there. Now, the coach of a movie. I say, don't compare him to Rollins. I want to hear backing dog now. Solia, K, Ko, Ka. The man is not that type. Na gently giant by Ghana for two abamano now. When he was sworn into power, no, let me tell the MPP people. Oh man, no say we ordinary say na me listen, I work very close with that guy. We are all going to see the kind of changes he is going to bring in Ashanti region. Somebody was a backing dog, but he's not. Non effectiveness. Anyone no man change said it would change a country region. Well, one. Yes, the President Kufo or when you say, okay, Mount Sophia, a ferry pada. In Sunu and a ferry pada. In Sobu on man, a sono who say a cover, but I see an current who I see no. Yes, I mean the speed economy, and yes, that is how Ordinary is. If people doesn't know him well, I am telling you, I work closer with him, and I know how he is. Nah, me and my friend when I'm the catty. Don't come and be a backing dog. You are not that type. He is a strategic thinker. Good planner. Now he knows as and when to do his things. I am promising MPP, sir, we are going to see big changes in Ashanti region. That's the promise I'm giving to MPP in Ashanti region. Yeah, me tete mo. Yeah, kaso. Yeah, they are drilling yansan ebe yeah juma ma. Oma buafuno. Oma we are going to find a very good strategy to be visiting this from one after the other. Then people will see, say, yeah, no, that is not the issue. Sebi, leader, your strategy, no, once a duck over, what could job until now, what Kasana told. But be a one Kasana or dinner, a shady breno. That is the kind of leadership we need in the Ashanti region. And I'm promising everybody, say, people to stand up. Ordinary is going to perform. extraordinary well in Ashanti region in 2028. Yemra Samba, so I've worked closer with him.
Okay.
So Menina Kasa, and I told him. So, Achadiano, you were the Nyankopon, do bia dear man, politics. If you are not a proper planner, and even you have been elected as a chairman, don't put square pegs in round holes. You see, Abuane Takrano, and they said, yes, it was Abuane Kessia, and whatever it is, you know. Nipa, Umbetimiaji, what you man, electoral affairs team, you should get a solid ones. Communication, all these things. Then, Otinso, minimum. The party, I am more Jumache. And the rest, some of them are newcomers. We will quietly go to them. And yet, it's no more going to be the usual noise. It's not going to be like that again. You better as and when we have to talk, we will talk. If we don't have to talk, we will not talk. Yet the brain, I mean, you know, terrible on who your politics are. One plan here, one say, as a whole year graph, you pick, sometimes in the middle. After the one going towards the end, you know. Now, Ube will say, after that, you are coming down. No, that's not proper strategy. We are going right from the polling station, electoral areas, constituencies. Now that we are done with the rigging, that's where the action is. We're going to put square pegs in square holes, round pegs in round holes. And this time around, we are going to give our people proper training. We will train them very, very well. Sometimes we don't give our people training very well. We are going to start from the polling station. Start training them very well. Now, and I'm promising Ghanaians, say, 2028, we will not talk much. Ghanaians will see the difference. And officers say, elect them. When we are going around to train them while we will let you know. Hey, listen. Mantle, Mantle. You have to be very hard working, very strategic planning. I am okay. One thing I would have criticized.
Yeah.
But this time I will not. I'm very happy with it. They see where we are, the onus lies on us. Say, we'll put in a very good strategy and then we'll move along with it. Let me tell you one thing. Ashanti region, Ne Ebimo Kase, Dr. Bawumiasi, Dr. Bawumiasi, they were lying. All those who were doing those things were doing it in their interest, not the interest of the flag bearer. That I can tell you on authority. Well, yeah, you flag bearer. We have already had our flag bearer. Well, Obi Biara, you are already whipped in line. We are not going to elect our flag bearer. And to say Dr. Bawumiaso be on Betimini where Dr. Bawumiaso to me, I called my flag bearer and asked him, say, look, are you saying that also come now? Why do I have to do that? I need all hands on deck. I need everybody. So why do I do that? Please, hallelujah. And to woman, Dr. Bawumiaso say, Dr. Bawumiaso say, Dr. Bawumiaso say, they were all liars and they were doing things in their interest.
Okay.
Not in the interest of the flag bearer. Because I personally asked him. And he told me that never. Enti Mira.
So
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
Oramafo, stay with the Ashanti region for a while now. For Yakobuno to look at the coming back of Abronye again, and some of the things are Ebekoso Ewahono. But clearly, is you see it as a new beginning in the Ashanti region. But again, the NDC really showed you people Obibeka Moko Kakra to let you know, say they are forced to reckon with this time around the Ashanti region. Again, yes, I Beko elections 2028. Now, development will count. Now, things that they are empowered that they are doing will count a lot for the electorate the Ashanti region. It's not going to be more tougher in 2028 by saying, say, maybe we want to win elections or probably win or increase the numbers in Ashanti region, but then maybe we can use 2028 to prepare the grounds for the next elections. Anna.
Let me tell you. I've been in the electoral affairs team of MPP right from 1992 till this time. And nobody goes in an election with preparing. Listen, we are going into 2028 to win the general election. We are not going to do any matter, Maakye. We are a mature political party. We know what to do. Well, development. Yes, Minya. Development, I think 08. Anka, Ibia, Anka, MPP. We would have. Look at some things, the stability President Kojo brought into the country. Well, but your opposition. Edu baby near Kasabi brother, take it from me. Take it from me today. You let's put ourselves together.
Okay.
Nah, I wouldn't tell you anything now.
Okay.
But after the region near see you see here, I knew we were going to lose 2024. Yeah.
Okay.
No mabinya. And no more be brave and costly. But as of now, we are quietly putting things together.
Okay.
NDC is not much to us. I repeat. And the answers. Yeah. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Take it from me. I know what I'm talking about. Yes, so. What? Yeah. When we light our antennas and put them on, Yankasa.
Okay.
Some of us are a bit slower in 2024. Well, so we decided to keep quiet and let things go the way it's supposed to. Yes, may I continue going around doing my notes. Now, wherever I am, people don't see me. Much of the people doesn't know me. I am going quietly around the country.
Okay.
Now that we already have the regional executive in place, to God be the glory.
Okay. With about 2 minutes, but I'm happy the way I ordained Ekostra Urakokufu. I mean that was a showmanship. That was maximum respect. Then I give salute to Ordeno to do that. I mean walk to Nunia Penny to really bring that unity and all that was good. But clearly Yanko Bono Kakra na fi Yanko share baby Abronye ewini and we know the history of Abronye within the last 4 years and all that and beyond. We know what has really happened internally when it comes to Abronye and all that. Clearly, were you happy he won again?
Abronye, I personally spoke to him before all elections, Me offer me ne brapping, or say brapping, the old catch me be a mate. Say free neko. Abronye will not come on radio to talk any shit as he used to do again.
Okay.
He will not. I promise you.
Okay.
You see, I do a juma bro. Na obetna akasa na ojaneti. Go. We are general and you are being put in before a war fronter. You have to strategize.
Okay.
You have to know what you have to do. Yes, Abroni has won. There's nothing we could do. He's not our regional chairman. As to whether we like it or not, he is. But I'll be going there.
Okay.
We put things together. I'll sit down with him.
Okay.
We re-strategize properly.
Okay.
Yeah. You need DNA Ghana for. Sir, we disappointed them a bit. But this time round, things are going to change.
Amen.
NPP,
right.
We are forced to recognize with.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Minia, take that assurance from Kodnama, and I promise you today, say, do on my, you call me.
Matthias here, my friend, my friend. Over, yeah, that's
it. I didn't want the now. Some catch it. Yes, 98. You free Sunyani. When we drove from Sunyani, I was in the camp of former President J.J. Kufuor. Sorry, J.J. Kufuor. Yeah. Immediately we drove from Sunyani Bayano. You do fear no say Munkofie. He drove to former President Akufuor's office. Sat with him. They spoke very well. But then on say President Kufuor Netitino. What they say the lifestyle, I'm telling you today, when the lifestyle you see President Kufuor in him.
Okay.
Because he brought him up politically. And this time round,
okay.
As usual, dog backing. It's not going to be that, but the strategy and everything is going to change.
Okay. All right.
And yes, I know yes, I made a
okay.
Because Osia Niwa Nantia. Yeah.
Over, you better say. You better say. Meba, say na okan ye na no bibia etuto din wi na fi action e sha se a ye nyina beba back na e san ba be di eye ho nkomo but national no so e be di ho nkomo ye pa e san say national no so be sure say that wakoma so ye pa we do a proper analysis on eye national ye
eno edu won ma mama me bre
ebe ma bre pa
mama na when we elect the strategic leaders already and exactly. The national sit on his buttons at the office.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Mr. Medasefa. Yeah, Kwabramafo and no Edin Komono Elfa Kwabramafo, one of the elders of what the New Patriotic Party, the no Edi and Common Fire regional elections, or Mokoye and near who a winners are Benino, no analysis and so every one. But indeed, like I said, no meno Maniji, I think it was Sunday or so morning when I saw Ora Kuka or Denoho Eko Ora Kukufufi na Wakwakuchiano na Fino. Come strategically to really, appreciate the level of election, the contest, the cost one. I salute the man Kuka. I salute the man Odenoho for doing that. At least it is not easy, to do that. Nanka ubinim sanka ayano akanipo lucy mo necessary oba wona se na momuno Odenoho showed that maximum respect by going to Kukufufi residents to really, talk to him, appreciate, congratulate him for a good contest and all that. Omotana City in community. I salute Kuka for that. Let's see what will really happen about the Ashanti region. You better come your text messages in our face, WhatsApp message in our bra, making kind of so Mamenko, now many Kingdom Herbal Industries for Indy and come on and for a year or more Andrew na face or hospital. Our honoma, yina necessary ko neeko pebi and especially in Druno, Mano Modiano, Mebana de pa tremendous capsules, and also Ababa Bija, and until the baby come on, Afahona Fi. We are the other matters in a bid who and come on gold board and then Pababe PM. Any gold that baby send a our gold board to me see who quine, our man for starting yet your more yen dear. Clearly, yeba be din nyina ho enkomo ene e wo fie ha no baransa na no mayambubo adro ni bi ne nunum bi ne enko hospital ebebo aye pa Kingdom bibia bokode
me adu mo Kojo
na cash be any town
o cash okrom
yeah
we are tinti na mitimi kan chiro
I know ram faso okrom
amofanso okrom
weekend odi ni ye
ejina mo de
no wasro ha na no one crime
me ne wasro me ko
na mo wasro ho
yeah nya bad
okay
nya bad crab because me ko kofoda ko ya de bi wo
okay
ejimi fi kofoda na me de fa na so like nya bad yeah
no dia
because we say ne dem my best me ye no e na go so am
oh Matias kasa
so unim Jerry
oh I'm Jerry
o say
yeah
opoku
yes
on ye zia no Eastern Region on ye friend say organizer by MPP
well, we need congrats
and I was soon second said them anymore don't we need there
then so find out and so you now found
it is the go for you grow
Let's say Kingdom yentie na for yen koye nim
all right and I pay Ghana for nyina ye chechi am ma nyina akwa aba e de baka safedi kese we so Kingdom ana ene adwada no pay ye catch now say ye gusotiase ye wo ho ye bo adwuma enti ebia wo ko weekends ya ye be ne makakra kom lifestyle bia kom kakra ma won say utio ya kakra ho ase body na ye slow kakra mpacho edupa e ho ma be kan wa asema cho a obeto bia ebebo ma ye active ne Monday wa sha ase na ti watimi akwa ne kama pa na dikan ya me ka ho asem e hospital no hospital in a friend is Great Kingdom Medical Hospital. Great Kingdom Medical Hospital. Say, me can't say for woody and watching any bench in say. Dr. Hanaku Labi. Dr. Hanaku Labi. A ban say IVF. Yeah, you can say IVF. Now, I am confused. What is IVF? What is IVF? IVF say, ebi a new kunu ete na awone ma na machini manu no hospital hold baby. But yes, so over 5 years, 10 years, ni I want him. Dr. Hanaku Labi be first scientifically counsel. Oh, it's not my children. Scientifically counsel. Yes, the first to say, you could see you know, Abu no come afa kwan for kra ama akwala abafi enti yakwa to yem sa one ene problem e dia Dr. Hanaku Labi ete Great Kingdom Medical Hospital one airtrail. When they say every Friday bia ne de nipa do be nyina no benya abotre no ahwe on totekonwam every Friday bia nya abotre ahwe adofo nyina ya na wo ba fa wukunu anase fa wo yere eka ho bra na nkoba ne se ya labs ni nyina awie na yehu ebia na problem ni fi oba no anase bia no ma na efribe man ntiro wodum yere mu bo mu ba na ya labs ni nyina awie ebi mpo na yenyo IVF ne mum ebia na one or two things be e be chro na makokoye na tesa wo no ayeden aba nti make sure so wo ba na wo ni wukunu aba apart from that no so obetimi afred doctors no na wo book appointment simple utimi nko Friday na da bia no Dr. Hanaku echekonwamu etwen so every Friday oba ofre no na book appointment na obenyamre na watwen na nia person no beka bia no onya abotre ene waka e wo Great Kingdom Medical Hospital zedie ene naka bom sei thank you. And then papa. Apart from that, more prostate ya the need to remember no prostate to a of late mean tiasie be an lifestyle living no but as how Jones so emotion show pa o Jones as what pains kakra e wachi so as say o Jones na pibio no anase bo mamoja e di akiri anase wo mo Jones so tentem ni nyina na a sign of prostate na bia wo yenya e bio obo so ya wa ya ma yese kra de ase ne catheter me pa cho the special doctors ababetena e Great Kingdom Medical Hospital so ho no mo a ye hwe ama wonga wa say ade ni nyina no mema no yetimi abo papa na say yetu ase a clean nyina e de flow because prostate de e wo so a men ni je e mafie kra bu akra no a o sam prostate ni no sabi impedance what to crampo ajuso gu omho crampo wonani e na wo so ya na e nim kwase e fere bra ni entu prostate ase kra e wo ye Great Kingdom Medical Hospital hodom enfama apart from that so wonga wo aniyade meka say wani asa wo hwa ade a ese we chiri ebu won so asa ade ne ben ana so wodi ne keka wo sa waposa sa ana ete ana koko bi mpo ana esi wani so a me pa chaw it was special doctors wo hono mo won so wo twen wo no wotimi abo mo wani yade ne afo mu nyina no etimi ahwe na ya kledi nyina ana sample wo partial blindness kakra ma me ka de twi vanchro asa wani na asa afira yes bra wodi nyina de oba ye nga so hono doctors ho no benya abotre na won ahwewo na so wani se na tie bia no so you special ho e betima mo na se abankwa mo biem nti wani ya de bia ho fa mo bia no asoye ne ba kope a Great Kingdom Medical Hospital. Or no so ya National Health Insurance. You rakofo de buy no. Ya GBL ho. And if you ya Glyco Health Insurance. And if you Premier Health Insurance in United so ya GBL ho no. Apart from that, most of my insurance companies so mo person won the boom na mo ye any adwuma no so mo buy first one mo a e betimi no mo edinkobo. Hospital no sem nyina meka ye ni nyina no. E bia person for doctors no ebu apaso book appointment na be make ebi won so a one tia say year TV no telephone numbers no and egu so no but we go tie radio ni nyina so betimi afresh our telephone numbers we 0559 729 109 0559 729 109 and I say 0508 554414 o friends is here you no be din come me say 0508 554414 friends is here near no nin come for Great Kingdom Medical Hospital ebio edura bedwa so me kan catch you say ya de ne de aba because say yeti epaye but edura beboa wo na ma woti ya de no abra form akokora any side effect bia bria betimi anom empo say o da eduro sukra bisukra mpo no a de kan no eduro no you are less than 1 hour na echi kakra no otimi nom ye ngabe biduro ye de bedwa so yi eduro dende Kingdom Garlic Bitters anase ne capsules and titi ni ye part so onom ni bitters no a onom ni bitters onom ni capsules so a onom ni capsules anase otimi no ni capsules we 1 week we 1 week say na person nom ni bia no na nyina du ba kwa ya but obu onom a open capsules no ya na ompeni ye ni bitters no obu so open bitters no ya na open capsules nti ya no aso no so e de amame wo ma omdompe mu ye o mu ya pa mu ti say readie ni mu mu ya pa no onum bia ebeboa wo wa ye kese mroso bebrebe ya pese wo so te no me se wo se onum bia ebe osobete mo wa ye kama pa sade do so wo di padua ni bebre ya na me ka kire wo sade de wo di padua ni ma ya de ye but se broso bebrebe no a asisunsanso no different cry enti me se wo se ebe ma ni nyina so abre na asema wa ye kama pa wo so wo diabetes onum bia beboa wo so wo sikire ya de ana se wo kwamua no aba form me system no aba form ntinu wo hia marima amunga gidam no yade bi ba atimi akwo ni nyina afiri wono mo na support ya friends immune system support be nyane bibia na fia ye active yade bia ntumi mo so akeke ya no anom Kingdom Garlic capsules and as the bitters in fact de bebrebe woni paduanum because general well-being product yade garlic kakra yade nubra kakra nutan kakra wo kakra na lemon kakra na kekesi ani any other ingredient bia mentimi country but then onom say do ya bo sam one medupa na ebo ma ni padua na ayefe emerima no so yehwe mu na sampa na nsei owura joint ahodo bebrebe na bo si assistance bottle mu bebre wose we ye be medro wose we sesi ya na ko perform ye wo ya mu no ma nyina baba besei be ma side effect no medupa ye da badwa so ya to ne se Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules me say Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules ye medro what you say medro ebe bo motimi perform wo dem kama be mama pa be dimu akasa anase wo waste problem koko ewo sisim anase sisi no wo sampa ekurobia bam anase koko na fifiri wo to ni ade nyina ebetimi akla ni nyina ade afiri ho no de a ene me ma wo Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules eno ana ebe bo wo anase infections ahodo nyina we experience bu okra na se bio impedance and be ma no infections be gu ho amanei nsuo ne pai wa ha na gu ha pai wa ha na gu ha sa nyina ne ye problem a memma ne bebre na efc and asese na be o memma yem be ye sipi nesi tadie ya no ba no Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules bia timinom ti ya memma nyina no why the hono anom bia man papa telephone number ni biem ya be frɛ na se nuro no nkoba am no die nso so o frɛ be nya botro na no doctors no so edi nkobo ena gu tv no so no radio mo be frɛ yen wo 0559 729 109 0559 729 109 and I say 0508 554414 o friends say a yendra egusu e kan wasem nyina no bonya nkomo bebrebe na e wa chire hono mo na twato e bla Kojo dia e tremendous capsules yey tremendous capsules ni ye ma no ese wani nse oka kire bla Kojo tremendous capsules no ni ye ma no
hu hia
pa o san say abride bre so ho very tight na so ho tight na o titem te say chaka ya nye so ma mudim sala meka no ma dem very sensitive ye ba me no mo nti ye nim say ye ka no na say wo infections bi a wo ba say okla ni nyina say yo deep na white ni nyina no tremendous capsules be ni nyina e de free honom ana say wo te say enka kakra di akire wo bu say wi a sentinel ba ya na enye wo msrop na de nchi ba da meka tro wo say wo de no tremendous capsules abeboa wo say wa sen heat kakra wo ho ana say when infections different kind of infections bi anu a tremendous capsules ana meka fo e de am in fact ye dro no ya ni say we general well-being product abu so net menom Kingdom galbitus no ana we eye mema nko adia ana we eye ma nko adia ti adwa chance papa bowro kan si drug lane Kingdom Herbal Center bebre na ebu anase ba bi etu aduro bia no ebi ho anase Alliances Chemical Shop bia no pharmacy bia no bowro ha no mo a obanya enu pa bi ato misraw se anapai yankobo ye wudi no hade di ni nyina asi want be bia se Kojo ne ka hwe Ghana fo nyina se o mo fra telephone number negative no so no say a hospital no komo no na ebedi wo a Great Kingdom Medical Hospital komo ana say Kingdom Herbal Center komo na person ni edi nko ade ani nkyerem bia ope bia no ya no first telephone number ya da me say hospital no de ewo akuapem akropon ai akuapem akropon ya Eastern region o no hospital no number no 0559 729 109 and I say 0508 554414 Yadamase, Samunya Brenmatie.
Okay. Yada say Great Kingdom, a herbal industry for no 80 and common for the 1 minute past hour of 8. TBD and Komo Yepa. But I'm saying about call the Archbishop Duncan Williams, a kind empire, Bob, a gold board. No, me case, Mumma, 24-hour economy, Motia, saying. Now I have this one coming, very interesting. I say, Kojo, me, my opinion about this 24-hour economy market simply means a market center that will be running 24/7 throughout the week, meaning that those situated in the rural folks are all going to be working 24/7. Or no? No. It also may change with the 24-hour economy. No, as pa and say Emma wo a with him not yes, say ye bubu 9 now fe no ye DBAC 24-hour economy market no what ye say by them pa and a beye ama wo metie and na fe so me twen ye yo comment or the bebe nyina na fe no makenkan ni na ma na fe de wo bia so no ye no edi ho enkomo ye pa but I mean fa won call ye Archbishop Duncan Williams so and then on Sunday in Pabona no but last week it was ye Pabo and my paying for and I feel to Finance Minister Nelma Kenya. Today we're coming back with the same Archbishop Duncan Williams and Pabo Boma on minor this time around a gold board exactly the okaye and I'm Pabo Bofa a gold board yentie na fe ba baka ya ba di hun komo ye pa Archbishop Duncan Williams the okaye ne.
Many years ago I was somewhere in the Middle East. I won't mention the exact country, and I have the privilege of meeting some very powerful people from the family, the ruling family. And whilst talking, it came out that a lot of gold, illegal gold, bought it, registered it. And that the illegal gold that they
exactly a Archbishop Duncan Williams a gold board hono meboni na amamo na fe no motie ni especially mamo a radio no so 92.9 FM no wo betie no na fe no ya de aka ni na so aba enti no tariga fo no ye ho adwuma yi meba back na va be di ho nko ma kan just say diagnostic herbal industry say omo de edrosron kwa be fe na Tontina 74 no drosron kokra edra SF no efa herbal industry for onom na boaw ma sabi woso niamatumi koyie ema opade a na eye tontina for draw a diagnostic herbal industry for draw mo de friend tontina 74 T74 omode aba ebo ho ban if you have blood sugar, chronic wounds, hepatitis B and C, HIV, kidney infections, and also your liver infections, ulcer, prostate enlargement, bad breath, and also menstrual pains, chronic cough, asthma, chest pains, and arthritis, swollen face and feet in India. Now we hear a yet tontina 74 T74 nibi. Now wabubu bi nebe boy yepa if you diagnostic herbal industry for her and na eba. Cedro when pachoko pebito e we just so e pharmacy na face so no pharmacy shops to be a one sa ebe can be o pedodo to anaso pencheche mu yepa dia esese onim penfo di nkomo e diagnostic herbal industry dia na ye 0246 073498 0246 073498 and also 050 162 8931 050 162 8931. Now we need a diagnostic herbal industry for ND and Komo and for a year drosun common friend T74 Tontina 74. Now also cope be top. Young Kona Fee and Kutia Archbishop Duncan Williams on this issue when it comes to a gold board.
Many years ago, I was somewhere in the Middle East. I won't mention the exact country, and I have the privilege of meeting some very powerful people from the family, the ruling family. And whilst talking, it came out that a lot of gold, illegal gold, had come into their country, and they had registered it, bought it, registered it, and that the illegal gold that they received was more than all the legal gold that Ghana was able to register. But the illegal ones was even more than what the Ghana government then sold to them. And the Ghana government had no trace or idea of this illegal gold. It was so much money. And after some years, when the gold board was set up, they couldn't buy the gold anymore illegally. So somebody contacted me. If I knew somebody at the gold board I could talk to so they can purchase the gold. And the volumes of money they were talking about was no joke. And all that money was going to the illegal gold miners until the board was set up to stop that and to help to regulate it. And it's very, very clear that the illegal miners is like a cartel, a very powerful force to reckon with. And somebody was telling me about certain places in Ghana where you go in the forest and they have a clinic, a supermarket, and they have filling stations and a whole city, and armed people in Ghana here in the forest. And it's controlled by illegal miners, and some of them are foreigners. So there's a whole lot going on. So I'm going to leave it there. But I want us to pray for this country. I want us to pray for our leaders. I want us to pray for our energy sector. I want us to pray for our energy sector. I want to pray for the gold board and this illegal mining going on, resisting compliance and enforcement, destroying our water bodies, poisoning the land so that eventually the land cannot yield food stuff anymore, and there can be shortage of food because they are finding mercuries in dead bodies as a result of the things we are eating. Because the land, the water is poisoning, the water is poisoning the land, and the land poisons the food we are eating. But this generation will not appreciate what we are dealing with. But I submit to you that posterity will either judge us harshly or treat us favorably by what we do today. The children, our children and our grandchildren's future are at stake because nobody is speaking, nobody is talking. We accept it as business as usual. If anybody tried to confront it, we turn it into a political issue and a political debate. But the issues going on, they are not a political issue. They are issues of values, moral, conscience. When I went to Rwanda to meet the president of Rwanda, and after that we flew to meet the president of DRC. In Rwanda, nobody rides a motorbike or a bicycle without a helmet. Everybody wears the helmet. This morning when I was coming to church, I saw this motorbike. They were running, 2 people and no helmet. I went to a building site yesterday with a friend of mine, and there was a guy on the 7th floor. He was waving at me, Papa, Papa, Papa. He was excited to see me, and he didn't have his helmet on. He wasn't wearing his vest. He didn't have his belt on. So I said to the contractor, why do you allow people to work under this condition? He said, Papa, yakasa omunti. We've talked, they won't listen. What is it about us? Yesterday I sat in the car when we were leaving, and immediately I put on my seatbelt. And the guy I was talking to also put on his seatbelt. He had lived in the UK for many, many years. He put on his seatbelt. And we're talking about how when we are in Europe, nobody tells you to put on your seatbelt. As soon as you sit in the car, you put on. In Ghana here, we don't have any sense of compliance or enforcement of law. We will not wear our seatbelt. And people have died for not wearing their seatbelt. People are even dying, having accidents for not putting their cell phones down when they are riding. They are driving and they are on their cell phone. The lawlessness has become too much. Look at what happened at Ashiaman recently with the electrical pole. Somebody was welding under the electrical pole and blew the whole thing and brought doomsaw around. Yeah. And some party will win election through that. Hypocrisy.
Kessben
Do me, I do
92.9.
Vicious cycle. When this party comes into power, the ones in opposition will undermine you with everything till they kick you out. Then you go and they come. Then you go into opposition. When you also come, you do them till you kick them out. So and I've spoken about us having national agenda, that all parties are involved, all stakeholders, that we have a national agenda. So it doesn't matter what party comes and go, we stick to the national. In 1960-70, Ghana was more developed than China. We were more developed than Singapore, South Korea, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Kwame Nkrumah sent them money. Today they have all overtaken us. What is going on here? Why has the gold become dim?
Okay, so Archbishop Duncan Williams near in Kano and some of the two journal as a fantasy saying na yeti na fe no ye de to yokoto dream na fe in discipline e koso be rebeni na no ye betia say and I don't know what is really the problem. Say system no na en check ye system no so check here so na ko bibie wo ho no ntino ehun komo enodie, but especially with the gold board one where or catch say na some ebusuabi families bi omo Arab countries, you know, they were buying the gold illegally from Ghana hanoma no mo to na si omo si to no kra no mo wo dodo sen Ghana buy ankasa mu ankasa gold no efi hanon. But the coming of gold board to really put in check some of these things, you know, aboa ama enyema bia enkete sana nka sebi nka manfo ede faculty kwan so efie yomamu ha ekono ano abrase ama sisi ano mugusu a omo so betumi aboa mpabone de good board omu hia pa, because that cartel and as that enclave ni na no ya de sefata se yedi hu enkomo yi pa era ye bedi enkomo yi pa ne menua bema Dr. Daniel Apia, political governance and public sector reform expert. Watena se ye bedi nkomo afa ye constitutional review no ho na afa nkomodie bia wo hu bia no ye ne no edi but answer me ni bedi ma me ndi sankomo we na afa memra back sia because hu hia me ye pa. Now what is really happening even in the petrol sector no and the cost because I hear my understanding is that petrol ebeba form from a ebe fall I think 2.90%, ebe almost about 15.82 per liter. Now diesel still an a cost row matese increase from 1.39%. I cost is here beko be 17.73 Ghana cedis diesel no and LPG so aba form a 0.93%. Is here no obeto a kilogram I be 16.21 Ghana cedis and na obeto in as much as a MP for the price floor aba for second pricing window for in August no and it being 16th no they could pay me say omomo de ne den komo ye no 14.53 to 13.92 per liter is here because na diesel no 16.97 and kabeko 15.919 na ka ho na kwa kopie na so no OMCs no over 200 OMCs is here no mo say they will stick to this one. Me forward the na me no ura eye baby e ha dwene ye pa. So this is what is really happening within the space as say di ho nkomo ye pa. One will say minimum what since 2022 and as I said we a chance here but to date yentumi and solve our problem ne and a problem pa dan me pa be catch will say a casa esesa a oil efitema edi twemu fi hanom efi kwan we so ebesin ko Benin ni Mali ni dia kan nyina no ha adwene eseye kwan no indeed me kan na amafofo say me boa monko check sisi a the number of trucks ebesin ko na eseye kwan no ne asa the taxpayers money about be ye no ha adwene ye pa. One of the things I say PM sisi a me boss bio bust depo wo Kumase. Now in the Ashanti region, there's a problem and manati says here a basra and sheda enkoye and matanka drivers in owners. And there are some here and a eba. And Newton is a penny any MP no more a sefata says a moshe na mudin komo efa eye bust any a friend is to be specific terminal 3 depot wo Kumase when it comes to bust become bust to swa sabi opinion o down no bust energies opinion afache awono mesrewa tieme netie ni ye pa de akoso wo hone se enkan no na ye wo measurement ane de measure se tankers no de eye fuel no ba depo hono mo a mo measure because esese mu quantity ewom se na mo fo se bia driver ni befa baabi kwati kwanso no akohwie bi no saade no na mo fo se bia no na e cost saade no ntema problem eba pa since 2022. As I speak to you, new measurement amode ba ya mo say yen fan measure your friend is saying fan go ewo tank ni mu no sa measurement na mo de abasisi na mo pese ye use na mo friend automated flow meter no jack enko ye it is creating problems, big problems ema tanker drivers any omo tanker owners. And it's becoming unbecoming. Tanker drivers chere say ade no enye de omufa baby eyi bitonwo. Nemom new measurement no mo de aba enka no mo use bi friend tiba. Eno no wo de measure anko bi ehu sampa sei na eko. Sesi ame no ka say the automated flow meter na mo de aba no. Boss paying for enko ye at the problems and the airba. Now tanker driver no e de fuel ne ba na mo measure mo se eswate enu ntino waboka na ma fine tanker dry owners no mo fine omo a what it means is that owners no so no e punish drivers no ama kofa nsem bebre na na aba yesre mo se saade na mo ye na which is giving you serious money meaning pass a boss for you are gaining out of this automated flow meter na mo dia bano sa agenda na mo dia bano emwa that mechanism na mo di ye adwuma sesia no it is hurting the system. So washa most tanker drivers omo na madwendwene nko a go and check all the accidents that we are finding on the road. A problem now they are charging as much as 10,000 Ghana cedis for failure say measurement no munya na answer dan ko yie no munya sa problem no it is not on inaccuracies no edoso sa automated flow meter na master to use one and the problem ba me Kojo Preko Dankwah ne Kessben Maakye ye ntwen massa issue we mbeye kese na tanker drivers no owners they refuse to pick fuel all the way to Ashanti region the depot na fi akofa sembe because on do one assisted mo de mo auto flow meter no check na se nko yi a no mo mom be cost ne de enya de omo beye. And as I speak to you, Boss is generating almost about 10 million Ghana cedis out of this same problem because you are charging them. And what it means is that the attitude to say, some of the auto flow meter ni ye, na some more catch tanker drivers in say swat here. Whatever it means is that Musanfa Kweti Kwanso at the Safu one na must say a swat between 200 liters and 400 liters na must say a swat no. Na moma fa Kweti Kwanso na ma ton ama other OMCs. Shame on you.
Kessben 92.9.
Mo fa kwan foforo so na ma ton. Eye safu won na mo say eswate no. Na tanker driver no ho akire no. Na tanker owner no e de ho kire ene ho pepre di anase okeka nsem fata emma enkoyie emma e friend tanker drivers no. And when they omubufu na so munye biewa aban MPA ene busuanfo amaka ina mo oil industry sector ne mu nyina no manya careful ebe ha dwene you should come and contest me na ka chia me say between 200 and 400 liters na esote na moton no bust in paying for and it is sentisa ankasa bi empemfo mienu a na nkom wo ho no mutumi nyo mu mfi ho empemfo mienu a no mo mepese mebodin mutumi anka mo munyo mu mfi ho because enema bi e cost wo ho bust in paying for ora afache awono me pacho pa enema e kra me document e kra me was anema we hu no because me ya to where be how and that is what I've given you one bust in paying for you are raking 10 million Ghana cedis out of this flow meter issues now what they ma tanker drivers for no that money now move for no and some fata says some of you are hurting the system. Drivers warfare is becoming a problem and it's someone namwa can no muchu ni krano omo fa eye ahoto ene nije entwi car no. You've seen large chunk of these tanker drivers enya accident back to back send them omo nka nkyeremo me ba be ka kyeremo enu ntino me semo a de ekoso no operations na ekoso wo honom no munyai. If it is the T-bar and I'm the best bar no my some measure no be a some party bar no and no na near yusu na ekoyia monfa nombra na tanker drivers ne tanker owners omo hu ntomo no monfa fu no no monfa nko especially what is happening at Kumase terminal 3 bust Kumase mo se kwan no na mo hwa fu no mo se kwan no na mo hwa fu no. It is not fair. Bust energies ora afache awono mabodin sabi opanyini enje se me bodin keke me bosi asem so wona woda boss ano managing director Emma Bust Energies Michelle. If indeed between 200 and 400 liters are air shuttle every day Emma tanker drivers to face the punishment from tanker owners and then you rake 10 million Ghana cedis out of it is not fair. It is not fair. The safety risk, the welfare of the ordinary tanker driver is in problem. Mr. Mwa, aha, and I'm DBC. 3 minutes past the hour of 9. Menko, na fi including come on. They have the course within a governance. Na yensamra na yemedin komo ye pa. Ena de enye zoom. Ene de otimenim ayeba bedin komo yi pa esafata se oba enu nti no ene de ya gase ya twetwe no aba ayeba bedi san komo we yi pa baransa na mene dog bedin komo no ma mene gentleman for ending komo na fe membra back gentleman dental clinic limited na fe me babaka mene Dr. Daniel Apia, political governance and public sector reform expert. You have been come for constitution review and other matters. It didn't fit for us to talk about. Meba CCR.
You know, about the Genuine Dental Clinic. Genuine Dental Clinic, yes, simple. Come on, you did the effort tooth replacement at home. se osinetu na wose yebo foforo e de hye homa nya hwe sunsuanso a se wositu na wan hye foforo a bitimi e de abel de di kan enipa ese e enipa ni monyam ukọ nipa mu na wo kasa de ye hwe e ye wose de ebo ama wotimi bidi e ye wose o kasa de ebo ama words bi o ha wotimi pronounce ye so e ye wose de di djuma dia ho do bebre ni se esinetu a e hu behia se obeba ne ahye foforo enso e ho e de ama wo so bi o ha ne se no na ba kusie ni ba kusie chiri enya ade a ehye nkwan jenye na de etu en South Africa na mo ba ne ne ese ne foforo emfa nhye won so emfa ma afen so nipa osimo woluma eboa e ma obon no ekipi in good shape so we sit to no one replacement sa side of the bone ebetimi atum amana yi anase betimi ebuodum se na ya yeta aka no amana yi maintenance masa ha no ento to na mo ba se esena atu no ye hye foforo e wo honfa mo esena ba ye mu ahodo bebre ye we esena ba ko e hye wa obetimi yi wa de wa ho no wasa hye na de ba ko wa bonten se nipa do na agidi se de wo sha obetimi yi ntimi fa didi enye sa na tie ye ma wa obetimi de didi obetimi de akasa obetimi adwuma dia wo bia wo didi bia no ye mu ahodo mienu ye wo flexible one ye ta fa ne back class no e na afa ye wo acrylic e na afa ye wo de hye wa unti emfa won san ka bi manase untu bi eno so fixed prosthesis eno so tu ana mo ba tan men dental clinic ye be ye enso dia ma ye mo ahodo mi ye wo PFM anase porcelain fused to metal ena afensi ye ba kon so a fen implant ment na fi tu ana mo ba genuine say o sima tu nkwa dia genuine dental clinic ye be boa near restore o smile no ba to say na e tell her genuine dental clinic ya chi kwan ye ya kan kra Ghana ha fan na nyina genuine dental clinic e wo oh hey wo Accra genuine dental clinic 2 branches e wo Accra the first one na wo Nungwa right after Nungwa senior high school odo ani check Kantamanto no nsaben kuso wo pe genuine dental clinic branch e wo ha any NDC office no anase Italian pub ene bi ani hwe e wo Nungwa afei so atomic down Ramika Benyawa na about odo ani check Taifa no nsaben kuso wo pe genuine dental clinic branch pa ko so wo ha ye di ejuma die wo ho afei so Santimantal mu Kumase oh hey Abepo junction total filling station no achi wo pe odu ani HG no onsani fa so wo pe ye ne Methodist school na wa Abepo junction no e me di anhwe afei so kuma se wa he ya Atonsu high school junction traffic light na se wa pe genuine dental clinic bank ba bo so e wo ha ye di ejuma di e wo ko fo bi aso he genuine dental clinic ye wo central police station no enche mu ha pe ye ne central market no e di anhwe ye di ejuma di wa bo nsane wo central police station enche ho na takra den so oh he genuine dental clinic branch na pipe and no traffic light Tadisco junction wa enka ne baby na GM bank e wo no sabo sanko na mu na genuine dental clinic ye wo ha ye di eduma di afla wo so genuine dental clinic e wo Ecobank story building na story building na Ecobank e wo ase no e soro pe na wo he genuine da obehu ye e wo afla wo afewu do ni ko chirem e wo techima no so abono mantemu genuine dental clinic e wo Mazin road enkom hotel achiwa pe ni ewa ame e di anhwe e wo techima afei ese mantemu so ye wo Tamale genuine dental clinic branch e wo Tamale Tishigu ye the post office no e di anhwe anase adjacent the MTN main office na we di ejuma di e wo no ti Ghana ha na nyina de genuine branches no apeti Ghana ha nyina utu ana mo ba ye be hwew ne aboa na osere na okasa so akoyi e di ama so he TV na se a ye numbers ni ebu ase no bitima frɛ genuine dental clinic e wo sa ma to for so 054 990 6588 Ofra doctor ebeje oso se inquiries no make ebeje oso ni aboa na so so no kasa so akoyi di ama gentlemen it's time for you to smile again
9 minutes past the hour of 9 a.m. It has so do feed na 92.9 FM na face Kessben TV so yen kwana fe ne doctor ending come Dr. Daniel Apia political governance and public sector reform expert you know endi and common and for issues ababe PM when it comes to the constitutional review ehunkomodi so clearly, minimum what it and some cost when it comes to the constitutional review, where the most popular ones in a woman has to do with the 5-year term, the president, and I feel so parliament, and I feel so age, the president, and also be opposite a tono swaba, so be the president or Memohano, Nenka 40 years. See, yeah, they call 35 years age limit, you know, and no one come on any about be and pay. I have heard too many reasons why people feel say you maintaining 4 years, you know, a business 5 years, you know, a year. But government of Ghana has really accepted a proposal to extend that 5 year no government of Ghana has accepted a constitutional review for a no but and as much as omoma amo agiatu no nkyerɛ sɛ ɛnoa ɛnɛsɛ ɛkɔ esane sɛ ɛsɛ yɛ bibi a friend referendum na referendum no ɛsɛ bɛba so no ɛno ɛna ɛbɛtwerɛ and then my understanding is that a referendum ne dia at least 40% of registered voters and ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo participating ɛfa ho sɛ yɛbɛgye atum anasɛ yɛngye ntum and then 75% of the vote cast must be in favor of a year. See a beja 5 years and now say yentena a year 5 years and then constitutional review no my famudie akaba to a better. I have heard too many of the MPs also saying they will campaign against the 5-year regime. Others also say that they love the 5 years. Others also saying that they am 5 years after say ode and won come anyway BD and then other matters ebedini na ho enkomo and to do that with us and ntina Dr. Daniel Apia political governance and public sector reform expert abetina say BD ho enkomo ye padog bibi aboko there
bibi aboko menua
ne de enye zoom ne de eni we hia wa ha
pa emetifo nya
obia so ejo so pa so yes just any income so constitutional review awie omadwuma with Kojo president name and I think it's one of the things president really want to see that change coming in and all that and my cofa ho tribunal komo nyina be pmu and all that but the nano per se center on these issues of 4 years 5 years term of office age 40 to 35 years and then other matters ebedi hu enkomo yepa. I have heard too many MPs for instance A+ abeka so ono kra dokonya kran ke famra from 2 years where he feels that the people needs to go back and as a politicians needs to go back for the public to do accountability more than giving them that stretch of 5 years to do what they have to do. Me sure so what it dey ko nyina I don't want to push you, but I was going to ask whether you support the 5-year regime.
I do.
You do?
I do.
I didn't know support of 5 years.
Right. My main fan ensures say I no pay me by him say no. Na traffic na no dem pa. Nti me fa motorbike.
Dog.
Na me catch any pan say.
Dog for moto.
Me fa motorbike because adwumadi we dey da makoma so pa. Ena map no say ye be do sa building we say mo 848. Motorbike run the hotel so no catch them say oh there be you be do 110 pa you nya fast ye hanuma kona kana be you be do on mo you do ha na about 849. Wow. There are certain things be honuma their map on eche no at the end of the day accurate say ofa kwan no so a obe do 848 the enti do 849 you do baby also ofa na fe okọ nanim kakra so obe fa kona bi afi ohun said there be hold mum be kwa anim kase was also esan na chi e bai na afi ayaye more than 1 minute late me can we see so say development has got a certain logic say you can development and say o pese wonya impuntu o man no ekọ na anim a nyoma bi wo ho no mu a o say odi sisi akwan so asa wa mfa sa nyoma no akwan so a ekwan bi ani ho no mu a wo betumi edu so wo hwe ewiase afa na nyina amman a ewo Ingresi Europe a ye tutututu empon no oman bia ni ho no mu a o 2 free developing country aba developed country a or this are 4 years and now 5 years democratic multi-party democratic regime be edi 2 mpon omu nyina bebre na free Britain France Germany Sweden Norway authoritarian regimes ye kan authoritarian a kabi ma min kabi na omodi yes a transition no a omodi nyoma gugugugu akwan so etutututu nyoma ye ansa na oman no eba besi baby e friend industrialization kwan so mo sisi industries na afi omo friends asetena mu na economy no mu no aye yie na afi ahoto aba no afi no mo kofa multi party democracy edebae inti sa ama tutu ampon nyina obi ne ho owo experience say or the 4 years and 5 years atechire ne mind developing country e de tumpon akwakodu baby ahoto aba ansana at the end of the day nipa no eho atowon development so person ye transformational development na o man no o person otutu ni yie ama wo kwan a wusi so no wo koten na wo kọ wanim na wo fo bepo na wusan na fo develop a enye 4 years or my bien where 2.4 years are your pain, or say, and you are the shannon so. And I make a may be answering one grace abroach, where 2.1 or the multi party democracy, and or the 2.1. And we a second point, I'm just so I did way, and maybe me call parliament, echo command talk. I may can see hormones, so say, I dare no more ye. And interest, I will say, whoa, Ghana. Who the ASR 4 years nearby betche or mine and move from developing country to developed country. Who say a bin see we said that they been soon see that. And they saying so person who to empona nyama akasia industrialization akasia and I was say udisisi honum. Policies are also this one, and your policies are 2 years no assassin, 2 years no assassin driver, 3 years no assassin driver, 4 years no assassin driver. There be. And no yenya independence no. Na wo hwe ya membo na ye kuramu na enye saa every 4 years bia ye sesa amampani no. Na emom na ye kura bibi e friend parliamentary democracy Kwame Nkrumah ba parliament 1951 1952 ne no prime minister. By the time ye two ni free so 1966 na wadi mfiesan so from 1952 and now enter parliament 1951 to 1956 de bia na wo tro ne nyema na wo say anya crowd 15 years in governance. Se Kwame Nkrumah de sa 4 years ni bi ne ba betan so 4 years 2 terms ni bia nka koso modam ye ntumi anye. Because so say transformational development nyema ya de ekoye nim no akese obeya bibi te sa kosomo dam ana obesi industry akese no wachichiro man no yemfa 4 years and 5 years na ye de ye enti osa Ghana ni abibiman ye de hunu nyansa de hu sa nyoma we enti ne say na obi ka tem say bia America hono mo kra no mampani no ye friend is saying ye to no so aba mfie nan bia ni asasa na na me business America all chance ye etumpon no edu baby ahoto no eje no odi 4 years no de ye ya na Singapore South Korea etumpon no na mo hu betom ye de 4 years 5 years na de ye ya na China etumpon pejam ye de 4 years 5 years na de ye ya na me ba mu na fe metie ye friend say Osofo Penny Duncan Williams no kan Rwanda sem Rwanda ye de 4 years na ye de ye hono ma na eni ntia bibi mem hanom say o man bien hono ma o de 4 years ne democracy ade se Ghana eni Nigeria enkoa because 4 years yemfa nchechiri man empeja developing country emfa nko transition emfa nko developed country man nye ye da Kwame Nkrumah de sa 4 years 2 terms bia enka kwan bia ni wa sa transformational development oba be ye tema akosombo dam any the ochichire nyina nko betimi aye because enkacha by 1960 na the 2 terms na eden na so by 1960 ni enwi akosombo dam no na tema kroni ya nchechire nwie ye na tema moto eni de aka ne nchechire nwie ye enti ose ye di esuan hunu ni ade chechire oman no Rwanda Sabio Kagame etna oman no so how many years ni emro 20 years Germany nansanya omanpani Angela Merkel wo free so ba no chance say more than 20 years uko South Korea wo hwe from independence how many years in a political partner omo prime ministers ni presidents omo tena so eni nto se ye di esuahunu na ye de eden ye de chechire eni nto se ye kwa 5 years na 5 years na nya the first time ya kwa 5 years ni eno na Kwame Nkrumah ba beto ye eno na ye 1957 constitution no so no ye gitu mu se anje bia se ye be kwa democracy dia na de ye nko na a minimum of 5 years tenure 1960 constitution no eno an ye sanso de shemu 1969 constitution no eno an ye sanso de shemu na emom 1992 de ye se ye mpagare Rollins wa betena so ache enti ye ngo na ti contem ye kokofa 4 years e de show amasa no ye pia na ti contem na mom ni ewre fi say wo chichire oman ye developing country apeja no sa 4 years no enye no na ye di tumpon de bi nso nsi wi aseda
dog my main business has some way so clearly you've seen the positive side of this long term or tenure of a leadership or a certain political party coming in. Mind you, any political party that comes in comes with no only ideology. That ideology might sit well with the country or it might not sit well with the country, depending on how a bit me akono. The same longevity that you're talking about, Zimbabwe experienced the same thing with Mugabe. What did we see? The same thing is being experienced or was experienced and it is currently experienced at Togo what is happening. It is worse than any other thing. You look at probably somewhere around Gabon. I mean, you're going to have a year presidency or Teswa today. Omo wife no omo nuanom ne omo men nyina ebedi eye vice president na emu minister of education and all that. Clearly, it tells you that in as much as others will want to use it to forfeit positively, others have also used that same length of time to also destroy massively a country.
Minia, they are all cano a no crepa. Say, and they wash Gabon and no many other countries beer. Yenya a man penny about bet Naswa over 20 years or when to me and find your share.
Yeah.
Name of the other say you be saying, say, you pass a quiet cheap and you pass a quiet name. And yen to me say a pass a quiet name.
Okay.
Ye pass a quiet name, Diana, and mine are to me a tumpon a call monimono. A den or muya or my dang a call monim. And when I meet Jina Swasan Sinu, a posse, a mania tumpan call monimono, or bien what this are 4 years 10 way. I be pain, and I tumpon pain. A bin see that, they bin soon see. Intes I see a pass a tumpon a quiet nimudia. No, see a share a new man, ye this is sequence or a bit me tumpon dang, a quiet nimu.
But we had that history where we have also gone through the same thing. The example is what you gave with the Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
That 15 years span of time on the tenancy, we were positive. We were getting all the things that we need. The schools, CCC, boarding houses, CCC, Akosombo, the motorway to data, Fable, and the will be back renovation. It tells you stand the test of time and all that. Yes. So you see, so you see, so the same way US and European countries need see so we're also having positive things with Omanpenyi Dada Kwame Nkrumah. So what happened? That today we are now also enjoying that 4-year term where other democracy are also doing 4-year, and we are not improving, but we want to go back to 5 years and believe, say, and then the baby.
You mean, I'm said, you say, you see, upon ye at 2 honor, say, or maybe any honor, or did democracy, I have 4 years at Tumpon, a bin see that, and one, a bin see. Now, a day in Tina, yen to me and Tumpon, after Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
Values. Say a man for na nipa tete mine mono. Yen nyina benya values be ya church on from mofra bremu. Ya di nyini say sa eye values no ye be kremu. Values say adwumaden hard work. Value for respect for rule of law. Value for meritocracy. Ade we say we na eseno kwesi na ese no na fata no onkra oni party biem na emum ono na ese na fata no yemfa ama no. Values of competence assume si we ina owo nimdie no ayede adwuma ne hye ne nsa a ebia engineering na adwuma obetumi ayenti yemfa ema no. Sa values no ina afei na ye build an Kwame Nkrumah kokosi ye Winneba University of Winneba ohun ye se no o man enya independence afei na o se achichiri yen values. Na sa values are countries be Singapore, South Korea, no many dear achichiri my edu baby edu. Or say achichiri sa values. Now your educational systems, no, yes, no painting sa compulsory. Abofrebia femwa sa values of sa competence, self-control, hard work, merit, no carry truthfulness, no yadi shenimu. Amasa wonyinia wababeye on mind ba pa. That's our values no ni sa nipa no mu a na afi onyini wie ka chen say respect the rule of law na aye den ana say we say ye nyina ye adwumaden ye boye ho modern se ye be push o man na kwa anima na aye den enti ebra ye di tu Kwame Nkrumah free so your educational systems no ya neglected those kind of values no the national values eno ye better treat our educational system na ye betumi dia koye nimu no. And in your minor by Bejina baby at the end of the day will be do traffic lights now or tini motorbike or so say ye red, say ye yellow. Now amba no tremum. I feel utmosa ukwa jumama ye dear juma show being so ye juma deno ye do mining in a juma sense so ye juma den reading no quarry dear ye jumano ubansa not at all. Now fe nyoma bebre fan home or manager padia esaya fan home. And yes say be a nipano na buapa nemum values no. Yamfa ntete sa nipa no eni nipa na dwene mu Ini nipa no ye friend ne say na kuma mu. Enti until say your constitution ye betumi ye ni ye na afa ye de nyoma sisi akwan mu no enya ade ye betumi akoye ni mu. Even America akwa ne aye advanced democracy kra. So omo parliament pay mu senate no aye 6 years tenure 6 years. Enya 4 years. Amasa Donald Trump oye ade na say enye ye catcher wa wo be 4 years na senate 6 years no omo they will come to a deal and consensus no mo push national agenda no. And into our values almost a system almost say no how the way values civic education very very important almost fendi agro uko European countries now the civic values education is a war or more education system no more over Asia nyina values number 1. Oh, and inti abrasa ohwe eye Lee Kuan Yew nim ne ade ombo ba Ghana kwa menkwa abres no ka kwa mkroma say wo bo homodin pa na emom se wa ma wani ankos our values no meritocracy and I say we na ese no we na fata no na wo de wani kokocheche party no mu a o man no ebesai eno na ma kwa menkoma afia kokoye one party state say eye no kre ene se vofia nto ata eye 2 years pen ye di 2 ni front ye 2 ni free ho no so afi ye value system no yema ye ni nko ho bio nti ayade a eho ewon faso pa say we have to focus on the values. If you neglect that aspect meaning onko ba bia e wodi ni for man ni she nipa ni same 50 years kra na onko ba bia obesai no.
Okay. Now, you made mention of a national planning, and I noted that thing before you even mentioned it. So I was going to say 4 years, any positive result. Why won't we then align a year or mining to what you did mention as a national plan? Yabete, NDPC, but Yabete. I mean, they planned the country 40 years ahead of us. So if clearly we have a national policy, na se yason enye ding, na se di no be ye juma, what will 5 years do? When you know very well, say, would 4 years of Krana Oba, there's a national agenda, national plan that you need to rally with that. Emwa.
Onse make said the democracy one kasa ni su ene bind certain logic.
Yeah.
National development no say omanya ekra national development plan long-term national development plan no omunkra 4 years 5 years 4 years develop your friends saying presidential system ebi ni baby a we ase.
Okay.
And into say at the end of the day we say what the national development plan ba be create be say be national development planning commission omonom ye national development plan na afi parties nyina ensomu a ade ba ko say sanso hunu say sa system no any presidentialism no enhia because presidential system no ne fapim nyina ne say many women no wo party means me or party obia won the development ideology and I say a multi-party democracy in the presidential system and into no dia nipa no epeno say obabedi omampani no ono ne yentoma no and into ye call elections na yembe no obia enya 50+1% a obansa na afia sanso coin fan second round ye pass o say nipa ba ko ne babedi so nipa no ba be di so a ne manifesto ne campaign ne manifesto de ba be eno na nipa no ato abade ama no say onfa mechekere oman no eni nti sa manifesto na at the end of the day enya ade a eni existing national development plan no wutumi esi enimu because existing national development plan say nipa no epa enka at the end of the day no amampania no also dada no ye bekoso ato edi ama no na mo say nipa no at the end of the day nye national development plan na ebuman na mo mampani ni amanfo na ebuman ni ntin na ya to abana ba be ma onipa foforo say omran be president and it is also aman nyina sa development plan no ekọ animu a omo practice bibia friend either parliamentary system and as a proportional representative democracy and say menu mienu so be enya 50+1% na or say mienu ye kan ye hubom ye form aban no enti se kan ye hu bomu dia national development plan na ho no ma de no bi ye mienu nyina na ye den ye pia ye push wo ko Germany a e wo ho no mo even UK crampo na the of the day where nya for 50+1 or so only parties for na e form aban no wo ko Mauritius e wo ho no mo wo ko South Korea no ni ade ni nyina e wo ho no anything baby national development plan e ye adwuma no enya sa presidentialism a chenchina wo se nipa baako ni yeyi no ena ye adwuma into wo se ye hu ne se baby sa national development plan sem no efre na sa system no efre no political system ben ina e support no na eno na yen dwen wo yen hu se political system a ye practice no ene sa national development plan ebo ebra ene ntina former president Kofo eka say at the end of the day say a person national development plan no eye adwuma dia na at the end of the day sa 4-year presidential kind of system no or say sanso ehwe biemu na say yanhwe na the same time we say so or say nya national development plan party bebe bia e was achechire no because there's no national development plan that show say si hospital mienu si train railway station baako and si schools miensa ananai there be a broad plan inti president no ba na government no ba afi no ba be specifics within that particular kind of plan at the end of the day inti no specifics no if say president no age na e bia the term aso nanso no when to me anwie a so practice presidential system a ye practice a new government no ba on to aso ono so epe ono ankasa na anim onyam no de akwa akogi vote no de akonanim enti se be ye dia na sania eye constitutional review commission no HSA o say ye twa ye ne ye de hwe sa proportional representative democracy no na say sa presidentialism no ye senso e bia ye de to nchen ana say ye hwe bibia ye sha say from 1957 parliamentary system no eno honorable say chairman sabunso o emphasize parliamentary system ma kwa me nkroma tena so a de ye tumi ekọ ye nim no ye senso enko ye chibio because countries ye too impon nyina no they don't practice Ghana's presidential 4-year term
Okay, so clearly there are some shortfalls within the 4 years where Sebi, I'm using even education for example. Right. On one breath you see Harrison more time nearby, you say 3 years. Abani gu na so moko obi ba ose yenko 4 years obi ba ose diabetes teacher for monko year license obi say me ba metwem obi say so there's too much confusion within the space nti wo hwe ya nkwada no afi bi ko 2 bi ko 3 bi ko 4 afi obeba na ye de ko 3 no bi wo 4 year da na afi ne okwa wo fairly poto na ko fan sem bebre aba so clearly it happens in that particular manner but what would 1 year I don't do in any way, I mean, 1 year difference do on this particular.
So
one.
1 year, no. In fact, 5 years no crown and ebe year. Now I think year 2, because na America no English England and san our industrial revolution party back or so about 40 years. 5 years no 1 year never become. O share the first year of a presidency and a new government however. Afei na ya appoint ministers na omo aba beye omo nso policies omo opposition omo nya policies bia o omo ye national policies and omo opposition no nso no omo enim the details ewo aban no mu agese wa wi nya ban so say sa 1 cedi na akamu sa 2 cities na akamu na omo opposition ne de ba be kan nyina to be krampa enimu sa aban na bia ne mo ba be kan bia ho enimu sa na wura mu a na wahu say ne wo mu nta fe na fa be toto ne policies nti sa first year no ye the S4 me government no e de yes policies no na aka wo mfie sen mfie 9 mfie 90 second year no afi ansa na o hit the ground into second year wa hit the ground second year ye wo mi second year ye wo mi eye na o twede na hu ya afi bo won say opposition no afi omo yi yo mo executives omo yi yo presidential candidate dada na afi ya sha say ye wo wase into third year no afi wani ambre afi wo ka no afi 8 America no fourth year na campaign no aye dedenden so one call constituency and one campaigner obeko na parliamentary candidate and a member of parliament well who lose seats no into fourth year obeko parliament bo say MPs bebre na no ye ni hono your constituencies are ye adwuma into first year no wase no wo dia yi ministers any chief executives board members wo dia your policies second year any third year na fe wo dia yes development na second year ni third year no 2 years ye dia akoso modam ye mfa nje 2 years they build it term na 3 ye mfa build 2 years they build it University of Ghana Medical School mfa into me wie into 2 years no wan wie na fe 4th year no aba be simu a sabre no afi bon say ani e wo say co development no na eni ho inti in reality no 2 years pa and at the end of the day aban no ne MPs no enya kwan etnase a omode ehwe say mpuntudwuma ebeba eninti na bebre na hwe ye former president Kofo even yewra omampani Mahama abro wo position no so kan say yes 4 years no realistically 2 years but and omotumi ede ye adwuma inti ebeya nka at the end of the day yenye no at least at a minimum 5 years. And I'm say every 4 years near Quintis, Okasoka for 6 years. Tessania, a man be brina, a year near Duque Nimuna, Nipa be brina, as a Bible say revolution, Yanya Mobejatum. Especially so if a man boniso, and a man go bonimu, and I feel the Koji, and I would creating new government. Now catch us any parents say, won't cost 6 years. Now drink air, con the chief say, a man go bonny away from Mrs. Yeno, and don't know Tim 6 years. Then think obey anything. And inti ena okas all the co 6 years anya de nipa ne beja tum tie so de minimum e wiasa fa na nyina aman bebre na no o de at a minimum of 5 years and na make say Africa nyina no only 54 countries Ghana ni Nigeria nkwan ye 4 years inti 5 years no ebema president no and government no 3 years obetumi focus because first year ni de we yi ne nkrofo o de ne policies na last year no so yidim say nya de seriously bebre na ekoyam campaign 3 years. Into 3 years on ground or the book minor. These are the realities on the ground. I was the
other reality is also that I mean, we can say what the existing government now and so then your own political party people will say
exactly.
Because, people were. I mean, I have a message here which speaks to the same thought. Say good morning. I'm enjoying your show. What's retarding the progress of Ghana's development is a matter we neglect. Program undertaken by previous governments. Example. MPP started the Agenda 111 to solve the health crisis. When NDC came, they have also neglected Agenda 111 by saying it's almost 24-hour market, which in natural sense, this same money could be used to complete the Agenda 111 now before they get into the market stream and all that. So clearly, it is a matter of something that we need to really talk about and deal with it. But then NDC Musu show and say, "Winya abaya oye wikida." I mean, your transfer 5 years, you could understand what it means and all that. But the other issue has to do with the Chief Justice and then the separation of attorney and then the Justice. And also for us, because I've had 10 years for Chief Justice. Are you okay with that?
Right. And no, I'm say points be a wire I am a depa and say woman 5 years. Now at the end of the day, when to me amfani maybe ngugu kwemu obey accountable and I say be oye policies be na otie programs be enye odi sika na fe srobi ama machine mu a bia emfa nkonkosi enokre and into social constitutional review committee no a report mu a omo as strengthen anti-corruption and our institutions edumedia etumi ebetumi aso aban no mu na face obi di sika ana obi ye dia enya dwumedie no betumi aso nipa ne mu pa no de omja hye report no mu ne se o se ye creative be a friend no ethics and anti-corruption commission omo o se omo ya appoint omo na omo tumi investigate prosecute omo ye corrupt no enisa president no ne nsa ebe mu
okay
eninti omo ye be appoint omo be prosecution no was asa nipa no omo be appoint independent organization.
And who appoints the independent organization?
Now Public Service Commission at the end of the day omo commissioners no no omo say was say the Council of State and yes the Council of State a reformed Council of State.
Okay.
How much baby was say nipa ko no free eba form a new Council of State. Omo was say omo etumi recruit a vet na fe omo ye nominations for who becomes even a commissioner or Public Services Commission. After our commissioners see almost in turn will now have to now recruit and assist the Council of State to recruit and vet and find competent people to fill the positions of commissioners for Anti-Corruption and Ethics Commission.
Okay.
At the same time, Attorney General Attorney General and Minister of Justice ban ne appoint no ono an the can party no ho yam ka campaign na waka ho ani nto mo ba omo ntumi en focus o omo ankasa ministers no mu no yes say an o say ye chem na attorney general's department no yes separate from the minister of justice na nipa o say appoint say attorney general no now enye president biom.
Okay.
Say enye president biom na at the end of the day no say an independent body en e kwa appoint na yesusu say nipa no ba on feel say oni allegiance to the certain president and the certain government. Say be sure obi to say yewura ba say yewura Daniel Domelovo. Abra NDC government eba ye omo free so no e no mo appointing no. Afi NPP government eba ye na Nado government eba no. Yewura Daniel Domelovo senya oje na adwuma na eso ni papa. Ema nti nipa bebre nsa na ntade woni ebetumi aye na auditors betumi ba be audit emi osaf oyero osaf ma fokra Daniel Domelovo e de no court na Daniel Domelovo de oka say enya aban na otese no appointing no onwoni allegiance be to any party and nti na oye na adwuma ne sa no efri wa ye yi no na afi aban na nkasa yi na eye ne auditor general wa hunu say afi wo de minister bi court pen there be and nti say independence body en e ba be yi omom wo commission no mu eye anti-corruption commission attorney general eye commission for human rights and administrative justice no mu dia na yesu say senior ACC we even America crowd eye attorney general to me the president etumi court ekoko gina court no yenso ye betumi aye ema no aye yesa and e wo hwa Israel eye Netanyahu o gina court no aye pekra na aye den eye na free hon because the attorney general no enyo no den ba be si hon and intis ye to me create those independent institutions no ema ye de chechire eye aban na ye de chechire ye man no ma aban no hunu say wanye wadwuma yi a ubetumi akokot wanjwe kwa ebechi watu ministers no ni ade ye do ba akotum ansa na hotel na so nipa no ebetumi ejina ho ye and 5 years no doesn't come with just a free lunch and free lunch.
How do you respond to this one? So there's a text message here for you and I want to read it just as it is. Or say, Kojo, good morning. Kojo, tell the man in your studio who is saying a developing country can't use 4 years to develop a country that his argument is flawed and complete falsehood. What we need is development plan. We ensure that all political parties follow it. This is the work of National Development Commission. President himself once said, you don't need more than 4 years to be able to do what you want to do. So what has changed? These NDC guys are working contradiction, and it appears they only talk without even understanding what they say. Any term agenda of Mahama will be an exercise of futility. There is nothing good in President Mahama and NDC. They are just clueless. This is coming from George Krobia Asante, Deputy National Communications Director of the MPP.
I'm say they are making na me the facts. That mean say nko wa be my amaya e di 4 years etumpon. Nti o ka say ye force na amaya making na mean say nko wa be my just one country. E di 4 years aye develop from developing country akọ develop country etumpon nso wa my ba akokra. Nti we are not just talking in a friend is saying in a vacuum. It is based on the facts at the end of the day, the facts of the matter. The facts of the matter remains. So, and we call all European countries out. European countries are 4 years. We buy bibi memu nyina we Ghana and Nigeria free wa. We country be our 4 years. We call America crowd mo parliament no. We parliament 4 years. We Senate near 6 years at the end of the day. And until once again, we have to look at the facts of the matter rather than just name calling. Oh, it's a false need they can count. Yemfa facts yemfa nyejuma. Now at the end of the day, once again, for the war position, we catch and see a constitution. Niama or a no longer term to developer also back opposition at check. That is the reality of the matter. Because what Bobisian and now the campaign and now the campaign in a when we na fe aban ba betna so na fe dia betia ne say yes every 2028 ekono ade of ye bema aban no 4 years na just afi oyem hyeso na ne okokotena opposition now 5 more years wonso lo na okokoje ye no wo dia say e bia 2 years 3 years and the next 7 years ubetua afi na just say agenda ni nyina no ayekwa. You know, the reality of the matter is that 4 years project ye di ye no eye enkokon ketenketen project. any planting for food and jobs, because within 4 years now kitten there will be a planting for food and jobs where could trouble there within 4 years where and 9 or 4 times so they were bank crying a good care munanko for bow say yay but and kitten minia any planting for food and jobs and no near the boomine and no near the koya nimu. You need an industrialized economy. Sasanya Yerabaumia Ekano. The transformation of the Gorgis best economy, Yerabaumia Kano, and Yanko Quankets and Kitten planting for food and jobs in the year. And then let's speak with facts. Let us look at the reality. Yenya Yerabaumia Ekan. So he will want to now create a 10-year vision, national development vision. I mean, what 10 years or my more?
40 years, what's some admire 10 years?
Even we give 40 years, no craft one man. Uba 4 years. 4 years, no. Watch out 2 terms of 4 years. What can be 8 years? And therefore, he himself recognizes that 8-year vision, no crowd, and enough. Wow.
Dog me ba mami we na fi me no enwi yes adwumadi we na same way they are not the year pa mami we high birthday so no happy glorious birthday to ye Kwabena Boateng Buzin happy birthday to you Kwabena Boateng from Ajuman of Central Police Station. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy special birthday to Madam Dora Sapon of Asante Mampong. Way from Wasempakani Samson. Happy birthday to you, Madam Dora. And then a blessed birthday to Paul Teria of Life Chemist Limited Warehouse Department. Happy birthday to you, Paul. And it is 44 minutes past the hour of 9 a.m. At a man soon for Kojo Preko Dankwah made the Kessben TV for us and our face 92.9 FM. But that's maybe Kessben Facebook made the Munina and our face DSTV channel 364 and Go TV channel 121. Look, you may be a check crab, but again, let's come back to the 10-year of a Chief Justice. It's not too long.
Say, me lawyer.
Yeah.
Me lawyer. And a bad judiciary seminal dia. Once again, I'm values of competence. You're Kojo Afarijan or office for how long?
Yeah, electoral commission.
Electoral commission.
Yeah.
Na Jumo ye no yenyina yang who say adwuma no wabon modern pa. Enti oro bit say na so oye chief justice na oye na adwuma why na at the end of the day obey afraid. So the issue is not about 5 years no and answer 10 years no. In fact, head of civil service, and now say chief justice, and now attorney general, no ever befano. Name as I said, development requires consistent implementation of policies. It requires a leadership with a medium to long-term vision. And then you know, if so, your chief justice, na so bana se oye na dwuma eyie at the end of the day ebua wankasa said within 10 years na wanye na dwuma yie na afi ofa sika na so oye nyama break rules na any say oye certainly there are rules yetumi eyi no ede no esinchen inteno na wase yehwe ene ntina ye friends say ye rules chairman sabonso cross say ebe ye cramp and yanko back to the parliamentary system na kwame nkron abeto ye ode hyase no amase yehwe na so mampani bi enye na dwuma yi parliament etumi to no so aba with vote of no confidence ne ye gene free honomo ene ntina once again moma ye nhwesanya ye betumi atechero man ntse nipa chief justice na say 10 years now we competent certainly we move forward at the end of the day. After all the countries are your 2 points, ye person yes, no, sa pepe na omoye ewo ohonomo. Botswana nya independence over 50 years. Now, at the end of the day, one political party ewo honomo. Country Singapore, any of mama kanka South Korea, omunya di omani any ehwe no. Bonsa sa nyoma ni nyina ewo. And it's not about 10 years for a chief justice, but let us strengthen the independence rules. A bit me I've investigated chief justice say e bia wonye na dwuma yi a or say ye behwe sa nyoma. Eno ntina o mampani no and aban no eka semfa say wo hwe te say local government or say a to omo so aba na emom nipa numa mba akogina no eye president ne ba appoint omo a wo hwe sa nyoma na na entwa yie. Because we have to give the citizens the freedom to now elect who they think is competent. And your president, the Bako Jina say, Mina make a copy nipa enum eba bejina, says I nipa numuno, Yankona fi Yankonko Soneson and Canipa miensa. na afi yemrambe to omoso abenyi baako there be this is not democracy at the end of the day and it once again see akoye nimu a or say ye hwe niam a ye betumi aden akoye nimu ebinom kra aka say enam se ye se ye konam partisan local government elections inti ubie eye friends na nipa bebre ba be jan nipa be jan kra no edoso bebre wuntumi ensone so na ebisa sa enyi Canada etum pon no over 80 to 90% of mayors non-partisan elections. United States, the election of many mayors, once again, non-partisan. The law not just non-partisan. Nipa no jinano ebi obi anim so oye Democrat na so oye Republican. Name one party bia nkonko jina campaign konko campaign nkonko mante platform say dey kwa support no. Uba be jina se wankasa. And intinium amanya etutu mpon sa no kra say uba local government na mo law no yemfa party politics na dey na ye ni afa ni etu mpon ye dey ya jata ye ni asa say when ye dey betu mpon na so ya enye ye no. O say sanso thank you.
Dog wakasa kitwe be on this one now famous fancy. So you did mention say agukon kitenkete ene eye planting for job emma one man no ma ensheda nkwa enim na 24-hour market ebetimi aboa there.
Menua enye say utu mpo 24-hour market no your friends say districts bia na here 24-hour market na intimi nyintu mu sa say ye bema districts no eye sika na afemu am nkonko tenas na mu nhwe dia ehia mu na at the same time na ban na sanso akọ aka say obi anje 24-hour market sa nyoma we no ema yentumpon menua ema yentumpon won ebia de ohia wo honom no eye kwan ne kwan asɛ pa wo hwɛ your friends amra hia dodo akwan ye tesu ya eye 24-hour market ehia osa kwan so ana there be
on top of it said demolish existing structures.
Exactly. And then against a wo build a year or man or person sans your constitution no ya hwenia ebema ye de yetumpon na mo nkonko ye tesase wo pese at the end of the day no ne wo manipa no sika bi ne mo asanso akyekyere ne nsa agu nachi say fabi kwa 24-hour economy market fabi kokotu to 5 boreholes na wo kwatema no ne ade borehole no ka kotutu no henfa and at the end of the day democracy must be understood well. Let us understand the logic and nyoma ye this is na kwan so a ema yetumi etumpon because sanya America me sanso susu bebrebe no o man bia ni wa etumpon e wo ye wiase anum se ya wa kọ danimu a odi multi-party democracy no de hyase nti se ye ne yesi ye pese ye no ne ye di tumpon dia na mom ye nhwe omo a ye ne omunya independence no omde sa multi-party democracy na tumpon ne omaben na omutumi ye enti u kan report na once a baby bebre no more refer to Singapore South Korea no ne ade na mbisa na Singapore for omye 4 years a omye presidential system na there be edenti mom ye nhwe dia ye beye ebeden ebeyeye kojo
dog wakasa somewhere wakano ye bedwinu hu yie pa we look into it very well. We will come back again ye no nyache no we will come back before a referendum no ye beto we want to have this debate back to back because that's all we need but yempene ma we need
fact na dey e da hono ma it speaks for itself it speaks for itself
but before you go just a minute would it make meaning for Burkina Faso? What we really saying?
Well, Burkina Faso hono until recently, ultimately said they have faced a lot of political challenges, certainly.
Yes.
And Oman so it's a year can say Oman practice 4 years so a year 5 years and they could go on anymore. Into Oman so a reform constitution no Oko Gambia Oman so a reform constitution. This might be a developing country be brain any be and when it's a Oko Fasa English multi-party democracy ne da na as a Bibian Chichirobiana Obet now on Uncle and because ye two are buying back for Frobano. Na ban na owo no English abroche eyo mampani bia na ye pe bibia frem ye pe ofango e bia ye pe no cheaper ni ye nya no nya ba be support opposition no na afia ni na co deals into 4 years no free so pe de be ba no na deals na afia o supply into bebre na ania bi ehun se da bi sa system ye system a ye ntumi emfa ntupon e bi nso nsi ba bia omodi atumpon into o se ye tighten no na ye fa better way a ye betumi de atumpon enti Burkina Faso na America no ye ka say omo nso ye omonioma foforo kra nti yen so ye ma ye nimrai ho so nyasa oman no ebu yeso
dog ye better say so by ye da see pa ye ne Dr. Daniel Apia political governance and public sector reform expert in no etin komo for constitution review no ho enkomo no and ye di and say me kan ye no my argument no ye still 4 years and I say ye lose but Yebesan aba or University of Ghana honum and or but yen yebesan ba back 4 years for nekwaye research doc research yebesan ba yeah, that's it. Yeah, call and they for sports. It's time for sports, midfield action. Get about 12 heavily produced by Richard Appears upon Fifi. Addison and I feel technical man on duty, the biggest handy. And I feel so yeah, celeb. And I done with the moon now say it's a fresh morning, it's the start of the week. Take it slow and make it big. And into the mainstream can be a fine what take. Have a wonderful morning. Sports meant for the action. It's next been Dida Mansanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Have a blessed morning.
Alright, let me show you.